How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and we have to talk about something that is really huge that happened last night. Last night, the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, did an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. They advertised the Ask Me Anything, and it was Kevin Feige's official confirmed Reddit. And last night on Reddit, he answered a bunch of questions for about an hour and a half, including mentioning that some of his favorite characters, who he did not name, are coming to the MCU very soon. But perhaps the biggest question that he answered yesterday involved the Mandarin and the 10 Rings. And no, I'm not talking about the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, I'm talking about the real Mandarin. So I'll break down the question, the answer, and what it means for the future of the MCU in this video, but first, do not forget about my giveaway. If you're new, be sure to subscribe to my channel. At the 400,000 subscriber mark, I will be picking 3 winners, and each will be able to choose one item from the Marvel Legends series collection. So as I mentioned, Kevin Feige answered a lot of questions yesterday on Reddit, but one of the questions that he answered that has everybody freaking out was about the 10 Rings and the Mandarin. But not about that fake Mandarin that we got in Iron Man 3, the real Mandarin. One Reddit user asked Kevin Feige, without going into details about developing projects, are there any plans to incorporate the 10 Rings from the first Iron Man or the real Mandarin teased in All Hail the King in the future? And his answer to this question was, yes. And again, the question was very specific about the real Mandarin, not the fake one that we got in Iron Man 3. The 10 Rings were teased in the very first Iron Man, and then we got the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, but so many fans were disappointed with how the Mandarin was portrayed in Iron Man 3 that Marvel kind of fixed the canon. Marvel came out with an official one-shot short film that said that Mandarin in Iron Man 3 was not the real Mandarin, and that the real Mandarin was out there and he is not happy that he was impersonated. So, the real Mandarin and the 10 Rings have been teased in the MCU, and according to Kevin Feige, there are plans to incorporate both of them back into the MCU. But now, of course, this also raises the question, is there going to be a new Iron Man? Tony Stark is dead, he's not coming back as Iron Man. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to get a new Iron Man in the MCU. This is something that has actually already been teased in the MCU in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs. What? The world needs the next Iron Man.
So it does seem like Marvel does in fact have plans for there to be a new Iron Man in the MCU, and not to mention, the Mandarin is the arch enemy of Iron Man. They are super connected in the comics, hence why they put the 10 Rings in the first Iron Man and the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Many people cannot imagine a Mandarin in the MCU without an Iron Man to take him on. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that the Mandarin cannot come into the MCU without an Iron Man, because he certainly can, but the Mandarin is known for being Iron Man's archenemy. And the path in the MCU has been paved for a new Iron Man to enter, such as Harley Keener, who we saw at the end of Avengers Endgame at Tony Stark's funeral. And who knows, maybe even little Morgan Stark could eventually one day take on the Iron Man mantle, although she would probably be a version of Ironheart instead. Now, the Mandarin is a villain who has gone up against many different heroes in the comics, so it wouldn't be that hard to introduce him in another movie. In fact, it's already been pretty heavily speculated that the Mandarin could appear in Shang-Chi, replacing the character Zhang Zhu. But of course, this is just speculation for now, and many people have already stated that they cannot imagine the Mandarin without Iron Man. And since Kevin Feige has confirmed that Marvel does in fact have plans to reintroduce the 10 Rings and the real Mandarin into the MCU, does this mean that we're going to be getting a new Iron Man? Many people can't handle and aren't ready for a new Iron Man to enter into the MCU, especially because in Avengers Endgame we saw our beloved Tony Stark die. But nevertheless, it would be odd to see the Mandarin without Iron Man, especially because the 10 Rings and Mandarin have already been introduced in the Iron Man movies. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Are you excited for the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, and the 10 Rings to return to the MCU, and do you think we'll be getting a new Iron Man? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can enter my giveaway for a chance to win one item from the Marvel Legends series collection. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to let me know what you thought of it. And of course, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.